What is happening, guys? Welcome back to Redbeard's Garage, and today we're going to be doing a little bit different type of video. We got a bunch of little things to get done, and I figured I'd mash them all into one video. So one thing, Lonnie's mini bike is back from powder coat. The powder coater actually still has a swing arm, but I should get it back on Monday. It's Saturday now. So what I'm going to do is put everything together that I can, minus the swing arm. So we got the whole neck tube to rebuild and all that stuff. We're just going to go through it real quick. I'm not going to really talk about it. You'll just see me putting this thing together to get all these parts out of the shop. We're trying to really clean up our shop because we're getting a lot of equipment here recently, and it's getting real crowded in here. So we need to get projects knocked out, get boxes of parts off the shelf. Then we got to fix the tire on Grayson's Dingo. It was low on pressure and he was riding it and rolled it off the bead. So we got to fix that. And then we'll probably work on something else real quick, just to get as much done as we can in this video. We are waiting on, like I said, the swing arm and then the push rods for Lonnie's engine. I still haven't got those in. We're trying to figure out the length to use in that MoFlow head. Never used one before. They got taller valves, so I got to find out the correct push rod length, and then Lonnie's engine will be done and his bike will be fully finished up. And then me and him is going to go on a nice off-road ride and show you guys how these things handle after all the upgrades. So let's jump right into it, get all these parts put on, and this will be the ultimate mini bike 2. All right, so we've done everything we can do on Lonnie's mini bike. Thing is looking pretty sick though. That silver gas tank, this is just an Amazon, like 2.5 gallon tank. It's super huge and I like it a lot. The only thing, you have to limit your turning because it will hit the tank and dent it. That's what we did on the last one. We went ahead and threw on the rear fender just like my bike. So this is a YZ 450 fender, I think, and we're doing the matching front fender. Unfortunately, I'm waiting on the swing arm, and I'm also waiting on some handlebar adapters, because when I bought these blue aluminum risers, I didn't know I bought them for 1 1/8 inch handlebars, and these are 7/8, so I had to buy adapters to go in there, and I'm waiting on those. So we're gonna take a pause on this, and we're gonna start on Grayson's old go-kart. We gotta slap a different carb on it real quick to get it running, and then we're gonna do another. Like I said, this is just like a big maintenance video. So let's jump to the next thing. Instead of waiting a week on all the stuff to come in on this, we can go ahead and get some more stuff knocked out. So if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you remember this ugly mutt. So this is one of the ugliest little go-karts, but it has McPherson strut, single A-arm on the front, and it has just a standard go-kart swing arm on the rear. A while back, we built this for my son Grayson, and we put Go Power Sports reverse gearbox. This thing absolutely works amazing. Like, had no problems out of it until we let it set over winter and the carb got dirty. And in the last video, we cleaned that carb. Well, we must have not got everything cleaned out because it basically died right after that and just won't stay running. So we're gonna pull the carb, go through it one more time. We're gonna make sure to change the oil in the engine. And also, well, we're gonna check it because I don't remember if we changed it on the last one. We had to steal the air filter adapter for the road to horsepower. So we're gonna slap it back on there and then get this thing running again. I got the battery on trickle charge. And the last thing is we stole the engine top plate off. So we have to remount the voltage regulator and ground it to the chassis. And then we have this ground that goes from the chassis to the engine block. So that's gonna be hard to show you guys because of how this is packaged in here. It's super tight. We also, our tack never worked properly, but I found out you have to set these tacks up. Like, there's different settings in them, so we're going to set it up so that works. And we're probably going to go ahead and mount this light bar up here, super tiny little light bar. We've already ran the harness. We got a switch, harness is right there, so we just got to tether that in. So we got a nice little light bar to match his headlights. so let's get this stuff. We'll pull the carb first, get it in the ultrasonic cleaner, and get it cleaned up. All right, so it looks like a bunch of gum must have been in the fuel lines or something. So I'm gonna clean this completely out, probably run it through the ultrasonic cleaner, get the bowl cleaned out. I'm gonna pull the jets out and everything, and then we'll put this back together, get it back on the cart. And we're also gonna drain the fuel tank completely out, check the oil and everything, make sure everything's good to go on it. So now that we got everything maintenance out on that Rover, we're gonna do the dingo tire here in a few minutes. But one thing is, this is Go Power Sports has these Mega Motos. I always wanna call them monster motos. These Mega Moto 212s. This is my second favorite frame, first being the Trailmaster, of course. But these sit real low, but they're extremely comfortable. Like, they got a massive seat on them, they got decent front suspension, and Go Power Sports actually has a front suspension kit coming out for it. So we're gonna set this back up with all that in a later video. But for now, this has just been sitting outside. Since we're taking a short pause on the Road to Horsepower videos, I want to throw an engine on this. So I'm trying to decide if I want to just put a Predator 212 Hemi engine, this bone stock. All we're going to do is jet up the carb and put exhaust on it, and just use it as a vehicle for my wife and my daughter to ride. I think that's what we're going to do, instead of putting any. I had a Tillotson, but we use it on Grayson's go-kart, the Dingo. So we don't have a Tillotson, unfortunately. We do have a Ghost engine, but I don't want to worry about mounting a gas tank and stuff. I just want to throw an engine on it, throw exhaust, and jet up the carb, and be done with it. So that's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to pull this bike up on the lift. We're going to set Lonnie's bike aside. We should get that swing arm back today so we can finish. We're not going to be able to fully finish his bike, but we'll be able to get everything off the table and put onto the chassis. And then we'll make a video of dyno and the engine with the billet head on it once we get the push rods in, and we'll get his bike finished up and surprise him with it. So let's get on to the Mega Moto. All right, Grayson's on his hot rod. Yeah, baby. His net's dry rotted, but he has a seatbelt still. So we're just gonna cruise around, make sure the go-kart's out good, baby. Turn that. Oh, you got your keys? Go get your keys.
Kids, listen to your mom.
Yeah. Burn the road up. Now I'm gonna ride this hog. I tell you, that's been a great go-kart. Like, the fact that it has reverse and good suspension. It's just a good old hog dogger. And my bike died. Great. It just don't want to run right. It's really weird how this thing's acting. Beamer. Yeah. All right. You gonna back her up right here? Reverse is torquier than the son of a gun.
Tell Mater to work backwards.
Put her in neutral.
Tell Mater world's backwards. The world's best backwards on
You know, this go-kart does look like Lightning McQueen. Kind of.
Chow.
Good job, baby. I didn't put the light bar on it. I forgot, actually. But that's headlights, not light bars.
I know.
But the battery, I need to clean the terminals because I think the battery has enough charge to electric start it, but I think it's got a little corrosion. We're going to put a lithium battery on it. And I think next we need to build you a trailer for this hog. Yeah, see, the battery's about dead. It's just a crap battery. We need to be replaced.
My favorite go-kart right there.
Oh, shoot. of Racer Classic. I'm about to redo that puppy completely.
Get your ant spray.
Yeah, it's got a massive ant's nest. So we do have these shirts on our website. You'll see that puppy. Miss Redbeard's super proud of them. She has a discount code for them. It says, "This is my working in the garage with dad shirts." Father's Day shirt. And then the dad shirt says, "This is my garage shirt." So if you want to support your boy, check out rbgcarts.com.
And listen to your dads.
Listen to your dads or you get spanked. All right, well, let's call this a success.
Well, that was painful.
So the Eton is running awesome, and the Monster Moto, for some reason, that brand new 212 is very finicky. It's like, for one, I need to waller out the holes to slide the engine back. You could hear the belt whining. Sometimes these bikes, the engine just needs moved back. I'm talking like an 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, and that's the way this one is. It wants to creep at idle. I know that'll help it idle smoother at lower RPMs, like when you're idling, but that engine is real weird. I don't know if it's not jetted properly or what, so I do need to address that because it wants to like surge when you're driving it. It's the first stock engine I've ever had do that, so I wonder if the jet's right. So I need to pull the plug and check that later on. But now we have 2 of the things going. We're not going to have time to do the dingo tire, and Grayson's probably not going to touch that dingo until we do suspension. Trust me, I know the boy. But now we have the swing arm and stuff back for Lonnie's mini bike. So we'll go ahead and make Lonnie's mini bike a roller real quick, and then we'll end this video. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you like this style. It's just I had a bunch of little random stuff and I thought I'd mash it all into one video. I may start doing these every couple of weeks because we do a lot of this stuff and don't film it. And maybe we get Lonnie over to hang out and ride a little bit, work on some stuff, and feel like the old times instead of being so serious and just working on buggies and stuff. It was a fun video to make, and Lonnie's mini bike, let me spin you around here. Where you at, is looking sick. The thing is awesome. He hasn't seen it put together yet. He knows his bike was getting redone. He just didn't know when. He knows it's getting redone now, but he don't know what the surprise and stuff is in store for him. So Lonnie's mini bike is pretty much done other than getting the engine finished and slapping on it. And I think it looks absolutely awesome. I'm going to get some custom logos made for his gas tank in the blue and black and white scheme. But I think Lonnie's going to be pretty happy with it. And we're going to go on a big mini bike ride here soon. So make sure to check out the links in the video description for everything we used today. Let us know what you thought about this video. It was just like, you know, something to knock out while I was working on a bunch of little things. And there's a lot more maintenance needed to be done to a lot more vehicles outside. And so we may do a couple more of these videos. And like I said, get Lonnie over, get Grayson in the garage, and just have a good time like old times. I miss those style videos, and we need to do more of them. So thank you guys so much for watching. To all the dads out there, happy Father's Day. Yeah, thank you guys for supporting us. Remember, God loves you, and so do we. We'll see you on the next one. God bless.